What's going on, guys? Nabu ERS. Today we're going through the entire Boruto Two Blue vortex arc so far in 30 minutes. I ain't even gonna hold you guys. Sit back, relax, and let's get straight into the video. Just to let you guys know, I'm going from chapter 80 onwards, so this is after the time skip. Boom. Chapter 1 gets cracking with Sarada Uchiha. Big drip. She's seen standing outside the Hokage's office on straight timing. Yeah. She's seen arguing with Shikamaru, who's revealed to be the 8th Hokage, you feel me? And Sarada is trying to argue on behalf of Boruto's innocence. But Shikamaru's not hearing none of this. He ain't trying to squash the beef with a Hokage killer. For those who don't understand, due to Ada's omnipotence, basically everyone in the village thinks Boruto is Kaoki, and Kaoki is the son of Naruto. And so even though Kaoki sealed Naruto and Hinata, the village is brainwashed into thinking it was Boruto, and to everyone's knowledge, Naruto is dead by Boruto's hand. But back to the chapter, Sarada continues to try and convince Shikamaru, but it's no use. Shikamaru then tells Sarada this is the last time we're speaking of this, to which she replies calling him an idiot. Yo bro, cannot be having that. Konohamaru then starts glazing. Shikamaru then tells Sarada she will never surpass Jenna with this attitude, forget about being a Hokage. But then Sarada claps back saying my pop Sasuke was a traitor, just like Boruto, and Naruto brought him back. I'm following Lord 7th, not you. Switching scenes to Kaoki, he's seen checking up on Naruto and Hinata in the Daikokuten, the place he sealed them. I ain't gonna lie, the drip is filthy, bruh. The fit go crazy. But switching back to Sarada, she's seen with a frustrated look walking through the village with Sumire, discussing how everybody is brainwashed and over the 3 years they've stopped asking questions. We then skip to them talking with Ada, asking whether they can reverse it. The omnipotence, of course. Ada says it's impossible though, and to give up as it's a manifestation of Kaoki's desire. Ada then asks why both of them are not affected, and if her charm also has no effect, but Sarada swiftly brushes it off, recalling Shikamaru saying to not get Ada suspicious, as their lives could be in danger from my boy Damon. And that boy a menace. Up in the temple, we switch to Kaoki looking over a balcony accompanied by Mitsuki. He tells Mitsuki to calm that bluff first and stop following him around like a perv. Mitsuki tries to explain he's only protecting him from Boruto when Kaoki is swiftly interrupted by the sensory team, who have found claw marks outside the walls, east of Sector C. Kaoki then quickly heads on his way, wasting no time at all, leaving Mitsuki questioning whether Kaoki is his son. I mean SUN, guys, you know what I'm saying? We then switch to a more grown Himawari training with the Inoshika Cho trio. After she gets beaten, Inojin asks why she's so desperate to get strong, in which she responds to help Boruto, much to everyone's surprise. They then tell Himawari Boruto killed your pops, but she says she has a feeling he's still alive. Big brain, big brain. Back to the action, Kaoki is seen clearing up the last claw marks when he notices a claw mark on the back of one of the shinobi. He then reports to Shikamaru to hurry and bring all the search team members to one place so we can quickly take off any more claw marks. But it's already too late. At the same time in the village, a 10-tails looking creature appears from the neck of one of the search team members, beginning to cause havoc in the village. As the villagers begin panicking, Shikamaru tells all civilians to evacuate as multiple clawgrams begin appearing. Kaoki arrives quickly, swinging a fatal blow at one of the clawgrams, sending him flying back. At the same time, elsewhere in the village, we see Sarada swiftly sending a violent kick to one of the clawgrams' abdominal, quickly rendering him unconscious. She then steps back to analyze the situation. However, another clawgram appears from the one she just defeated, shocking Sarada. But then, suddenly, Cold appears from another clawgram looking like a savage as he greets Sarada. Sarada asks what do you want, which she replies he's looking for Boruto. Cold states he's been chasing Boruto for almost 2 years and tells Sarada to scream for his help so it can reach him. But be careful what you wish for, because my boy Boruto suddenly appeared with the most disgusting entrance in anime, stomping on Cold's face. What are you talking about? Boruto tells him it's this sick thinking where you don't get no bitches. Cold tries to swing his claw mark, but before he can react, Boruto immediately creates some distance, stepping back. Back with the 8th Hokage, the sensory team informs Shikamaru of Boruto's arrival, to which he has a face of utter confusion. It's all kicking off right now. Shikamaru declares everyone to focus on Cold but keep an eye on Boruto's activity. Then we switch back to Sarada, who's shocked to see Boruto for the first time in 3 years, but Boruto doesn't even acknowledge her, looking like a man on a mission. Kaoki then says, "You finally shown yourself, Boruto," as we see a sick 3-way panel looking crazy. Cold then tells Boruto he didn't expect him to come so quick and wonders why he didn't do this sooner. But Boruto, unfazed, tells Cold to withdraw all those monsters and he'll consider sparing his life. Bro's looking too menacing right now. Offended, Cold asks if he's forgotten how helpless he was 2 years ago and how stupid he looks right now. But keeping his cold expression, Boruto doubles down, telling Cold to speed up before he loses more than an eye. This will get expanded on later, gang, for those who don't know how Cold lost his eye. Don't worry, gang. Cold then chuckles, confused by this ruthless demeanor Boruto is given. Sarada tries to talk to Boruto, but he quickly brushes it off, asking Sarada to help the civilians. He tells Sarada, "We'll talk later, just stay alive while I handle Cold." Skipping to the inner Shikacho trio again, Shikadai is seen using his shadow paralysis to restrict some programs, whilst Chojo uses her human expansion to give the program a nasty blow. Pause, you feel me? Getting a bit overconfident, Chojo gets too aggressive as a program suddenly appears from behind. However, before it can attack, Inojin uses his bird to grab hold of it, but soon after, it manages to get loose, pushing Himawari out of the sky. With an angry expression, Kawaki appears, giving a devastating blow to the program. However, as this program steps back, it seems more durable than the others, suddenly revealing a Renegan in its eye. Oh my, it's going crazy right now. What is this, gang? Himawari then says thank you, big bro, but Kawaki says to stop calling him that in an angry tone. Brother, if you're gonna pretend to be Boruto, at least play the script, broski. At the same time, the program appears from behind Kawaki, slamming his face into the floor, uttering the words Otsutsuki. Kawaki, now pissed, burns the program to dust using his karma. Shikadai then comments on the endless number of programs, but Kawaki insists they'll slaughter every one of them. Meanwhile, back to Boruto vs Cold, Boruto is now surrounded by countless programs. As they begin converging towards him, still looking unfazed, Boruto effortlessly decapitates one of the programs in a single swing of his sword. Not finished yet, Boruto lets off a barrage of slices in an instant as he quickly sheathes his sword back into place, killing them all in a single instant. Shocked, Cold realizes Boruto may not be bluffing, and Boruto tells Cold if he continues, he'll lose every program. But Cold responds, calling them nothing but tools. As Boruto then explains to Cold, he doesn't understand the true horrors of the Tentos. We then cut back to Sarada, moving swiftly through the village as she uses Fireball Jutsu, followed by her Chidori, to effortlessly deal with the programs. After being asked how she's only genuine, Sarada has a momentary lapse in judgment and is about to get attacked when she's saved by a leaf shinobi who takes a bite from the program. Suddenly, he turns into a tree, confusing Sarada, as we then return to Boruto explaining the dangers of the Tentos. Boruto states they devour anything until they run into an Otsutsuki, but since Cold enhanced them, that is no longer the case. Oh boy. Boruto urges Cold to stop them while he has control, but Cold dismisses the warning. Now growing impatient, Boruto repeats one last time he will spare Cold's life in return for the location of the Tentos. Cold continues to dismiss the warning as Boruto starts walking towards Cold, activating what is a new technique, Rasengan Usahiko. So we see particles swirling around him. Confused, Cold wonders why Boruto is attacking so openly, and he uses a claw mark to attack from behind to try to take advantage of this. However, effortlessly dodging, Boruto attempts to hit Cold with this new Rasengan, but is stopped by Cold's claw. Now having one of Boruto's hands obstructed, Cold attempts to swing with his other hand, but is suddenly parried by Boruto's sword. Cold then taunts Boruto, saying it's a shame he can't hit this new jutsu. However, to his surprise, Boruto states he's already halfway to killing him, changing Cold's expression from laughter to sudden worry. Now noticing the wind beginning to circle around his arm, Cold begins to panic. Boruto repeats the call to show the Tentos before he dies, but a stubborn Cold continues and runs at Boruto, attempting to slice him. Confused why he keeps missing, Cold screams out at Boruto to stop moving around. Realizing he can't hit him, Cold is confused as he is sure this is not mere dodging or even genjutsu. Hey, my boy don't know what's going on right now. Before he can think any longer though, Boruto suddenly appears in front of Cold, brutally thrusting his Rasengan into his chest, activating his technique, Rasengan Usahiko. Cold then screams in agony as he gets sent flying back from the power of the jutsu. We then cut back to Ada, who is watching this fight unfold through her Senrigan, calling Boruto's move basic. D1 hater, gang. Damon, beginning to smile, realizes that Boruto is the one making the ground tremble. I mean, look at the power of this jutsu, guys. I can't lie, this is nutty. Damon continues as he explains it's not the ground, but rather the Earth's rotation as Boruto uses planetary spin. Damon smirks menacingly, as if happy that Boruto is now a worthy opponent. Back to the war zone now, Boruto states that he's surprised that Cold is still standing. Damn. As we switch to Cold's perspective, we see everything in his vision seems to be spinning. As he then drops to the ground, Boruto's attack has effectively immobilized him. Frustrated now, Cold asks Boruto what he has done, but Boruto replies it's a Rasengan with the planet's chakra, basically its rotation. Nah, that is broken, gang. Boruto continues now by explaining the power Cold is feeling will never stop, the same way a planet will never stop spinning. But we need to patch this, gang. This is not okay. He states the damage will continue semi-permanently. By semi, he means Cold will die before the planet stops spinning. So really, it's permanently, actually. Confused, Cold falls to his feet helplessly as the spinning becomes unbearable. With an intense look, Boruto kneels to Cold and offers him a chance to stop this, giving him an ultimatum. Boruto explains he can either wait for death or give the Tentos and he'll deactivate the technique. Cold now, back against the wall, looks like he's really about to consider, but before he can respond, Boruto notices movement from behind as Kawaki tries sneak attacking him, but to no avail as Boruto effortlessly dodges this attack from Kawaki. Boruto also notices Team 7, accompanied by Himawari. Shocked to see his little sister call his name, Boruto's cold expression lightens for a split moment. But then, Shikadai asks Boruto where his business is with Cold and the village, to which Boruto responds he's trying to make a deal and to stop interfering. Noticing the reduced attention, Cold attempts to make a break for it, using his program, but he fails as Kawaki quickly shrinks it with his dojutsu. While this is happening, Shikamaru reports in asking Kawaki what the situation is. Kawaki states he doesn't know, but that Cold is very drained and can be killed right now. Noticing the opportunity, Shikamaru orders Kawaki to finish him off immediately. However, Boruto interferes, telling Kawaki to retreat and not provoke him. Now pissed, Kawaki asks Boruto who he thinks he is and he must be ready to die coming here. But at the same moment, Cold launches a program at Kawaki, but is swiftly executed as Kawaki pierces through his chest. However, taking the opportunity, Cold jumps through his back, teleporting away. For such a dumb guy, that was a big brain move, I ain't gonna lie. Now worried, Shikamaru asks what's wrong, in which his son informs him of Cold's escape. Still realizing the immense danger, Kawaki tells everyone to go on ahead as he has business with Boruto. But you don't want no business with him, gang, trust me. We then switch to Sarada, seeing the shinobi who saved her turn into a tree. Sarada is now confused, stating the 10 tails eat Otsutsuki to become god trees, but she doesn't understand what this one is, just that the shinobi is still alive. Straight back to the action, we see Boruto and Kawaki facing off now. Kawaki asks if Boruto is an Uchiha adoptee with the fit. Oh, he's a hater, bruh. As Boruto responds, saying it's good to see he's still got that trash talk and Himawari is doing well. Now stepping forward, Kawaki asks why Boruto's come, and if he wants to die on home soil, he will gladly grant him that. However, looking impatient, Boruto tells Kawaki to get out of his way and that he'll gladly die, but not today. As we hear a rustle, a frog appears concealed in Boruto's cloak, telling him they've successfully infiltrated Cold's base. As we switch to Cold's POV at his base, he's seen limping and curses Boruto for what he's done. At the same time, the frog placed on Boruto confirms the 10 tails. Kawaki is now confused as to who Boruto is speaking to. However, wasting no time, your boy Boruto revealed to have learned a flying Rajan Jitsu as he teleports to Cold's location. Hey, my boy going crazy right now. Confused, Boruto wonders how Boruto has just arrived. But ignoring him, Boruto looks at where the 10 tails was, but it seems to have disappeared. Baffled now, the frog tells Boruto it was just here and doesn't understand where it went. As the tension rises, a 10 tails looking creature resembling Bug appears behind Boruto. Cold then calls out to Bug, but Boruto informs him that that is no bug and is actually a divine tree. It's quickly getting out of hand here, guys. Suddenly, with blinding speed, the creature swiftly closes the distance and deals Boruto a vicious blow, sending him flying back countless meters. Continuing his attack, the evolved program has Boruto on the back foot for the first time in the series. At the same time, the program asks Boruto if he's ready to be devoured, but not responding, Boruto quickly weaves a hand sign using lightning stream release. We know who he learned that from. Yeah, from the goat. Anyways, back to the action. The program seems unaffected by Boruto's attack and now presses forward once more, swinging at what looks like a dinosaur mouth. Boruto, noticing he's about to get crushed, he quickly uses Flying Rajan to reposition, to which the program responds praising the Jutsu. Realizing Cold is still immobilized, Boruto deactivates his technique, anticipating he'll need help as they both might die here. Cold, though, still confused, asks Boruto what the link is between becoming a tree and getting devoured. Boruto, though, explains this is not just Bug, but this is everyone who's been bitten that this is happening to. Somehow undetected, an ominous clawgram above the sky explains that they have awakened thanks to Cold. It seems like this guy is the leader of these clawgrams. A third clawgram, a fourth clawgram, both appear simultaneously now, suddenly posing a very serious danger to Boruto's life. Realizing this is now unwinnable, the frog then speaks to Boruto, telling him to retreat, but one of the clawgrams, looking familiar, seems to intrigue Boruto and has caught his attention. Switching back to the Hokage's office, Kawaki informs Shikamaru that Boruto suddenly vanished after talking to someone who he couldn't see. He then implies that it might be a mole in the sensory unit. But denying this, Shikamaru wonders if Boruto only came to fight Cold and may not be such a threat after all. Yeah, bro, come on Shikamaru, bro, you're supposed to be high IQ, gang. Wake up. Sarada now appearing calls Kawaki's theory ridiculous and says Boruto only came to stop Cold. Kawaki, though, stubbornly, tries to inform Sarada that Boruto is an Otsutsuki and thus he needs to die regardless. But Sarada replies with attitude, saying that that's real rich coming from another Otsutsuki. Tensions now quickly rising between the pair, Kawaki explains he's there to kill his own kind. Sarada chimes in though, saying as someone aiming to be Hokage, she won't allow him to have his way. Now pissed, Shikamaru tells both of them to stop arguing and asks Sarada about the trees. Sarada states she doesn't know much about them except that the people stay alive, and she implies Boruto likely knows more. Yeah. Sarada, trying to get Shikamaru on Boruto's side, states Boruto is obviously enemies with Cold and thus we should work with him for now. We then skip back to these four menacing Shinjus as Boruto readies his katana for combat. Utterly confused, the frog tells Boruto to stop as this mission has already failed and they are severely outnumbered. However, ignoring this, Boruto plans to continue. Suddenly, one of the Shinju appear out of a clawgram swinging at Boruto, but he swiftly dodges. However, continuing his assault, the Shinju readies what looks like a Chidori and Boruto responds with a Rasengan, neither overpowering the other. the other Shinju watching from afar. The bug Shinju though appears from the side of Boruto, suddenly trapping him in a surrounding of rocks. As Boruto gasps, it's clear to see he's reached his near limit, and the frog says enough is enough and he will surely die if he does not retreat. Reluctantly though, Boruto weaves the flying Rajan and teleports away, finally retreating. What seems like the leader Shinju though comments how running is futile as Boruto can never escape his destiny. As we switch back to Boruto's base, Kashin Koji appears, asking Boruto if he's trying to destroy this planet and that he must never be that rash again. For you who don't know guys, Kashin Koji obviously, now as we can see, has been training Boruto. But Boruto apologizes. Nonetheless, Kashin Koji explains how they still need to fight. Suddenly though, apologizing for the wait, Boruto looks up to what is my boy Sasuke. He's sealed in a tree, bruh. Oh hell nah. Free to go, free to go. As we flash back to join the time skip, Boruto is seen exhausted after training. Can't lie guys, this long hair Boruto kinda go crazy. Sasuke then tells him it's time for a rest. As they sit over fire in what looks like a night sky, Boruto jokingly asks Sasuke if he's mastered his Uchiha style. Sasuke though, not joking, responds by stating he's taught Boruto almost everything in his arsenal. Bewildered, Boruto asks Sasuke if he's joking, to which Sasuke replies, "Does my face look like a joking face?" Sasuke continues by explaining Boruto is very quick to learn, what they call a genius gang. He then states he has nothing left to teach Boruto, but tells him not to confuse that with thinking he's done training. He tells Boruto he needs to continue practicing and honing his mind and moves, as what he makes of Sasuke's teaching will be completely up to him. As we then see them running through the forest, Sasuke compares Boruto to Naruto, who saved Sasuke when he strayed. Sasuke then continues by saying it doesn't matter who Boruto is, and that all he knows is something is coming which only Boruto and Sarada can deal with, and that's why he trained Boruto. Flashing forward a bit, we see Cold holding his eye in agony as he curses Sasuke for taking it. Sasuke tells Boruto to run, but Boruto insists he will never abandon his master. Understanding what's at stake though, Sasuke tells Boruto that in this current state there is no way they can beat Cold, and so he tells Boruto to run and build on the skills he taught him. He tells him if he does this, there is no one who will be able to beat him. Sasuke then proceeds to tell Boruto he will leave Sarada in his hands before he quickly attacks with his lightning infused katana to what seems like his demise. As we fast forward a little while later, Boruto is seen returning to the battlefield when he sees a sealed Sasuke surrounded by dead clawgrams. Boruto, now accepting the weight on his shoulders, he takes Sasuke's sword as he tells him, "I've got this, master." He said, "I'ma get the get back, don't worry about it." We then fast forward back to the present day. As the wind rustles, we see a firm looking Boruto overlooking what seems like Konoha. We then skip to Konohamaru, who's running to see his friend Moegi turned into a tree. We see Team 10 standing around looking at their sensei as Shikata explains how she was apparently shielding a mom and a kid. As they all stand determined and say they will never forgive Cold, Konohamaru lets them know they will get her back. Skipping back to the Shinju, the Moegi Shinju comments on how she can feel the rage of Konohamaru and Team 10. In what seems like their base, the leader Shinju explains that she's feeling that because they're all evolving and gaining individuality and they all have different thoughts. And that this is happening despite the fact that they all are actually one single divine tree. He then continues by stating they still plan to devour Sasuke, but for some reason he's feeling like devouring my boy Naruto. Yo, what the fuck you got going on, gang? You don't want to smoke with Naruto, gang. The talk no jutsu finna have you packed, man. We then skip back to Ada, watching this with a speechless expression. Back with the Shinju leader, he tells them all to give in to their desires, and if they do, like him, they will find their target. The Moegi Shinju then says her target is Konohamaru, but then they are interrupted by the Sasuke Shinju, who asks what they are. It seems like the Sasuke Shinju got an IQ, and we know where he got that from, you know what I'm saying? Jura, the name of this leader Shinju, tells him it's irrelevant and that he should focus on his instinct to find his target. We then see the bug Shinju suddenly walking towards Ada, who is watching it all, before telling her that she's his target. Freaked out, Ada drops her cup in the village, causing villagers to look around. Damon then asks if she's okay before we switch back to the Shinjus. The Sasuke Shinju then states his target is Sarada Uchiha. God damn, gang. Moving to the research lab, we see Amado for the first time in a time skip, you know, smoking up like he usually do. And he's there with Sumire. Sumire, whose face looks disturbed, is asked by Amado what's wrong. She then replies Boruto's return. Amado then comments on how he heard about Boruto saving the village from Cold. Sumire then says Konoha is still trying to kill him, which Amado responds of course since he killed the Hokage. Wondering why he's so nonchalant though, Sumire asks doesn't Boruto's death hurt Amado as he needs him for his daughter. Super relaxed though, Amado explains how when he implanted Boruto with the Karma Resurrection he embedded his daughter Akabe's data as an addition, which is true. However, he also noticed Kawaki, who also has the Karma, is a scientific ninja tool, and this didn't quite make sense to him. Amado continues by stating he's the only one capable of making such modifications, and that Kawaki's Karma must have been created by him since it has Akabe's data. Since this completely opposes his own memories, Amado states the only logical conclusion is that at least part of his memory has been altered. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this is big brain right now. This is what Shikamaru was supposed to be talking about right now. Amado continues by saying memories don't mean much to a scientist like him, as nothing beats physical evidence. He explains he doesn't know who done the altering, but that the only priority is that the karma containing his daughter is not Boruto and it's actually Kawaki. We then switch to the sensory unit, who monitor Amado, and Sai asks Shikamaru what he thinks about what he just heard as they were listening to the whole conversation. Switching scenes, we see Sumire outside explaining to Sarada how Amado is aware his memories have been altered. Sarada is completely confused though. She knows people will even deny physical evidence like Boruto's family pics which he has with Naruto. Sumire responds though and says that's because most people aren't capable of standing against it. The omnipotence, of course. Sarada though, about to explain how Sasuke managed to, is swiftly interrupted as Boruto suddenly appears behind them, stating his master believed in him, risking his life, doubting his memories. Yeah, drippy, look at the drip. Sarada, now looking emotional, suddenly hugs Boruto super tightly, calling him stupid for being so late. Boruto though then apologizes as Sumire watches from afar. Moving the scenes, we then see Shikamaru in conversation with the elders. They ask Shikamaru why Boruto returned when he knows they want him dead for killing Naruto. Shikamaru though responds by saying he doesn't know, but that there's no doubt Boruto helped protect them from cold. Dismissing this though, the elder states that at minimum, Boruto needs to be killed. Like, what is they doing alive right now, gang? Like, they should have been a pack like, 20 years ago? The elder states that at minimum, Boruto needs to be killed for the honor of Konoha. The elder lady chimes in, telling Shikamaru to stop delaying and become the former Hokage, as until this point he's just been temporary. Returning to the Hokage's office, Shikamaru gets a knock from Ino, who comes in with some mission logbooks. She then swiftly leaves, but after leaving, Ino uses her mind transfer jutsu to connect with Shikamaru and asks if the logbook was just an excuse. He then admits it was, and Ino asks what this is really about, as these off-the-record conversations are strictly not allowed. Explaining he doesn't want the sensory unit, Ada or Kawaki, anyone else to listen to this conversation, Shikamaru tells Ino not to tell anyone. Reluctant, Ino says it depends on the contents, but Shikamaru tells her Konoha's safety is on the line, so either listen or we're done here. Agreeing, Ino asks what he wants her to do, but before they continue, we skip to Kawaki, who's at the dinner table with Ada and Damon. Kawaki is being informed of the awakened Shinju. He then asks Ada why Code hasn't dealt with them since they are his chlograms, but Ada explains they are way out of his league anyway. She explains that they don't just want a Sasuke now, but they also want to kill Naruto Uzumaki. Now agitated, cause he be glazing Naruto, and she asks what their business is with the 7th Hokage, but Ada doesn't know. Trying to keep his cool, Kawaki states it's irrelevant since Naruto is in his hands and that's in his dimension. Only he has access to. Damon explains it's just us, Sasuke and Boruto, who knows that the Hokage is alive, and even though those two are considered criminals, if Shinju come to the village looking for Naruto, wouldn't that lie of yours be exposed? He's basically saying, guys, that if the Shinju come to the village looking for Naruto, people gonna be like, what the? Kawaki's life finna be exposed, you know what I'm saying? Damon, then beginning to smile menacingly, states he doesn't care what happens to Kawaki anyway, but now pissed, Kawaki slams on the table and tells Ada to leave him alone. Now outside, with Mitsuki in his presence, Kawaki begins to get more frustrated as he seems to be followed around everywhere. Mitsuki though replies saying he's just doing his job and speak to the Lord 8 if you've got a problem with that. The tension between these two guys is kind of growing, guys. I think Mitsuki finna realize that this is not gangy, you feel me? This is not Boruto, bruh. This is not gang. Anyway, skipping back to Boruto, Sumire and Sarada, they all sit around awkwardly as Sarada overthinks her hug with Boruto. Breaking the tension, Sumire tells Boruto is glad to see him doing so good, in which Boruto says the same. He then tells Sarada how surprised he was when he got hugged like that, stating how relieved he is they are both doing so well. Worried, Sumire asks Boruto if it's safe and okay for him to be here, but Boruto informs them that he's erased his chakra and thus only Kawaki at some point will notice him. Realizing though that he's short on time now, Boruto spills the beans to Sarada about Sasuke. He explains that Sasuke was absorbed by the Tentos, for which Sarada looks shocked. Switching back to Kawaki, he tells Mitsuki he can feel Boruto's presence. With that thought, acting immediately, Mitsuki reveals the snake from his sleeve, before we cut back to Sarada asking if Sasuke is in a tree now. Boruto, he then says yes, as he explained how Sasuke sacrificed himself to let Boruto escape, indicating that it's his fault Sasuke was taken down. Sumire then asks Boruto what's the reason for this absorption, in which Boruto says it's usually chakra from Sasuke. But that has changed as eating anyone is okay for them now. Now they can eat anyone, and before they had to just eat Sasuke, but now eat Bug. That guy's like a nobody, bro. Bug got eaten and now that nigga throwing hands with Boruto, like the strongest in the verse. It's kind of crazy right now. Back to the sensory team, Mitsuki informs Shikamaru of Boruto's arrival to the radio. Shikamaru then realizes Boruto can erase his chakra as the sensory team didn't get a sign of him. Impatient, Mitsuki asks Shikamaru to contact Ada so we can find Boruto's location immediately and explains that Kawaki is not suited for this as it will alert Boruto of his attack. We then see Kawaki's body knocked to sleep on the floor by Mitsuki's snake. Mitsuki is not playing around, guys, he's going crazy. Give my boys flowers, you feel me? Let me see bro go crazy right quick. Back to Boruto, he continues explaining how his code has enhanced the chlorograms. Suddenly though, Boruto hears his name being called by Shikamaru via the mind transfer jutsu. Shikamaru informing him that this is the mind transfer jutsu tells him not to change his expression as it will alert everyone around him. Shikamaru then starts by telling Boruto their conversation is fully off the books and so no one is hearing this right now. To which Boruto responds by saying, are you sure you should be doing this as you're the Hokage? Shikamaru though explains that he's only temporary Hokage. But then Boruto asks how can he even trust Shikamaru? Trying to get to the point though, Shikamaru tells Boruto to forget about that and leave the area since he's got company coming soon. But before he can react, Boruto is suddenly suffocated by Mitsuki's snake. Thinking fast, Boruto thrusts his sword into the sky, weaving his hand sign quickly as he uses his flying Rajan to teleport to it. Just like my boy Sasuke did it. Suddenly freeing him from the snake's strangulation. As the tempo suddenly increases, Mitsuki, now bloodthirsty and in sage mode, explains how long he's been waiting for this opportunity. Sarada tries calming him down, but is quickly brushed aside as Mitsuki sends a barrage of snakes rapidly heading towards Boruto. Readying himself, Boruto uses purple lightning to coat his katana just like his master as he instantly decapitates all the snakes. Not finished yet, Mitsuki uses striking shadow snake assault to send the wrath of snakes to strike Boruto from underneath, but Boruto flies above effortlessly, dodging them as he sheathes his katana back into place. That boy's fly, literally, gang. Boruto then tells Sarada he promises to save Sasuke and everyone who turned into a tree before leaving as he flies away. Obviously guys, Boruto does not want to give the hands to Mitsuki, you feel me? Continuing his conversation with Shikamaru, Boruto asks why he didn't tell Mitsuki to stand down, to which Shikamaru says the whole of Konoha wants him dead and thus it would be suspicious if he intervened. However, Shikamaru says he can help Boruto in more subtle ways, but Boruto says he does not need it and he rejects this offer. Persistent though, Shikamaru then says you're Uzumaki Boruto, right? And apologizes that he didn't realize quicker. Come on broski, you finally waking up my boy. You still got an IQ, it's okay. Boruto, now landing after flying far out of the village, tells Shikamaru he has some business to tie up before he can continue their conversation. But suddenly, we see Mitsuki rapidly approaching. Guys, I don't know how Mitsuki is keeping up on foot, that is crazy. Realizing though that time was of the essence, Boruto apologizes to Mitsuki as he intends to get serious now. Yeah, I go crazy. Guys, that's everything so far in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. If you guys like the video, smash the like button. You know what time it is, bruh. You guys let me know in the comments this was a new video. See you guys in the next one again. We out of here, bruh. Peace.